Aishwari,
Namaskaram, Swamiji.
namaste. Yeah.
Do you mind repeating the purpose of the evolution again?
Yeah, the purpose of the evolution is just for the experience of Purusha, because once Purusha entangles himself in Prakriti, then it is only through the help of Prakriti that he can rid himself of Prakriti.
Oh, okay.
That is the thing. Yeah. So, yeah, first Purusha entangles himself in Maya, then he takes the help of those aspects of Maya which will help him get rid of Maya. That is the thing.
Okay. It's with the help of Maya that he can get rid of Maya. Okay.
Yeah, because you see, violence, non-violence, truth, falsehood, so all these are part of Maya. Now,
Yes.
what the Purusha does when he attains discrimination is that he realizes that those aspects of Maya which bind him are to be shunned. And only those aspects like truthfulness, charity, generosity, only those aspects are to be followed. So with these, with the Sattva Guna is also part of Prakriti. With the Sattva Guna, he subdues Rajas and Tamas, and finally Sattva Guna helps him to go beyond Sattva Guna also. That is the thing.
When we talk about experience of Purusha, he wants to have the experience. Is that right?
Yeah, he wants to be liberated.
Okay.
Otherwise, if he doesn't want to be liberated, then he will be entangled in Prakriti only. He will get what he likes, he will take what he likes. He will forget that Prakriti exists only for his liberation. He will get entangled in Prakriti. That is the main thing. He will think that Prakriti is there so that the Purusha can enjoy Prakriti. But Prakriti is not there for that purpose. Prakriti is there so that Purusha can liberate himself. But when the Purusha forgets that, he becomes entangled. And when discrimination arises, then he sees that, oh my God, I am getting entangled in something which I should be actually freed from, which is actually the cause of all my misery. Then he discards those parts of Prakriti which bind him, like attachment, where love of money, love of sense pleasures. He renounces all those things and takes up Viveka, Vairagya, all these things. And then when the Sattva-guna increases a great deal, then that Sattva-guna itself helps him overcome the Sattva-guna also. Then he becomes free from gunas completely.
Gunatita then. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Swamiji.
Thank you. Mayadi and Mr. Shom. We can't hear. Yeah, now we can. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Swamiji, for a very interesting, very challenging talk, at least for me. But really enjoyed it, loved the music. It did break up a bit, the sound for the music this time, for us at least.
Oh, even in the latter part of the song, after I adjusted, even then it broke up.
It still did, yes. A little bit, so.
But we could tell it was a beautiful song.
Yeah.
You can hear it clearly on the link in the YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, good. We'll try there then. Thank you.
Yeah, but more challenges are coming because when we analyze, on the 27th you get prepared for some serious challenges.
Well, I think the latter part of your talk, especially for me, it was very, very helpful. So
okay, thank you.
Yeah, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. No, what is life without challenges, you tell me? Is it worth living?
Oh, true.
So, Mr. Oki.
Yes, thank you very much for nice lecture.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How to get God's love. I know long way
That
to get.
we will discuss. We will discuss when we start Bhakti Yoga of Swami Vivekananda. So you are see this answer to this question which you are telling. Volumes have been written. Volumes. So how can you just get a one line answer? You can't get. So we have to systematically study these four yogas. The path of action is called Karma Yoga. The path of devotion is called Bhakti Yoga. The path of discrimination is called Jnana Yoga. And the path of concentration and meditation is the Yoga philosophy. Patanjali's Yoga. So on these volumes have been written. So we have to go slowly. Don't.
So I know long way to get unity with
Yeah.
God.
If I could tell you in one, if I could tell you in one sentence, there would be no use for a Swami here at all. Yeah, I could just tell and I could go tomorrow.
So that those yoga is the most important part.
Yeah, yoga means joining. So yoga means joining. That which joins us to God is yoga. So if we want to join ourselves to something like this, I want to join myself to this. So I can go like this, I can go like this, I can go like this. Different paths are there, but the destination is the same. So these different paths are there, paths of action, devotion, knowledge and concentration, but they are not watertight compartments. They just signify what is predominating in a person's life. So when we study Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion, then we will study this in detail, how to attain Bhakti, what are the obstacles, etc., etc.
So maybe Bhakti Yoga is the most important to get God's love?
That depends on the individual. The individual has to, after studying all these paths, the individual has to decide for himself what is best suited to him. He will automatically find that one path attracts him more.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
So Mrinalda and his representative.
Pranam Maharaj.
Yeah.
Wonderful talk.
Thank you.
Song also very cool.
Thank you.
I liked the excerpt from Swami Vivekananda. It was really nice, and I understood it more. So that was good. Thank
Yeah,
you.
his language is so, it goes straight to the heart. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. So Narendra ji.
Thank you, Maharaj. It was a beautiful talk. I enjoyed it.
Thank
But
you.
sometimes when you say about the mind and you talk about the consciousness,
Yeah.
the mind is also, I think mind and consciousness should not be any difference.
Yeah, you think so, I also think so, and we think so because we are ignorant.
You're ignorant.
Yeah, the child sees the moon shining. Yeah, he sees the moon shining. He sees, oh, he says, Mom, so much light is coming from the moon. So the mom says, no, my child, actually the light is from the sun. Similarly, all the consciousness is the Purusha's consciousness, which is reflected in the mind or the buddhi or the intellect. So we think that the mind is conscious.
So as long as the consciousness is being bonded to the body, that's what you are saying. And so as long as we separate the consciousness,
Yeah, that separating is the aim of human life. Yeah,
the mind is still part of the nature.
of course.
Okay. Do you think the plants and the animals?
Yeah, of course. They are all Purushas. They are all Purushas in a body. So when they will get the human body, then they can free themselves. But animals can't discriminate. Plants can't discriminate, although plants are living. But they don't have the power to discriminate the self and the Prakriti. So till they get a human body, they cannot liberate themselves.
So you are saying that animals don't have the consciousness?
They have, but they don't they don't have the power of discrimination.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Purvi Diyan Adi Babu.
Namaskar Maharaj.
Namaste.
Brilliant exposition as usual.
Thank you.
The song was very nice.
Could you hear it clearly, or did you find that also it was
Not in the beginning, but later.
later it was okay? No? Yeah.
Pranam Maharaj,
Yeah.
very hard topic again. So I have to concentrate on how to discriminate and all that part instead of all the other part of Sankula trying, but it is hard. A lot of sadhana, right, Maharaj?
Yeah.
And the song, it's a beautiful song, a
Yeah.
special tal and everything. Very beautiful.
Wonderful song. Yeah.
I'd like to learn it.
Yeah. For you it is nothing. Just once you hear, you can learn it. No problem. Shashi ji.
Swamiji, namaste.
Yeah. Namaste. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the beautiful talk.
Thank
It
you.
was very detailed and was beautiful. Swami Vivekananda's things was really great
Yeah.
because there are so many things. I have one thing which keeps bothering me, and I like to just see if there's any answer to it. When you say the Purusha is eternal
Hmm.
and Prakriti is eternal,
Yeah.
and Prakriti's function is because of the Purusha in there, right? So when they both are eternal, then where can you all go?
You don't have to go anywhere. The Purusha just has to realize that it is not Prakriti. That's all.
Purusha is always such a consciousness, like Purusha is already knowing it that it's not.
No, it doesn't know it. It is identifying itself with Prakriti now. When we
Is it
have
because of is it because the mind is identifying, or is the Purusha is identifying?
the Purusha is identifying itself with the mind and body complex, and the mind and body complex is a part of Prakriti.
Okay. So if Purusha sees separate from mind and body,
Actually experiences. He has to experience itself. Like I am experiencing that I am separate from this cloth. If the
Right.
cloth is burnt, it is torn, nothing happens to me. So like that, when we experience that we are separate from the body, then only it means that we have gained knowledge.
but isn't it that all our life experiences tells us that
Yeah,
we are not born
that is the problem. Since we are suffering from ignorance, we are identifying ourselves with mind and body all the time. So from the birth itself, this ignorance is there. That is why if somebody pinches our body, we cry. If there is a toothache, we cry. If there is a headache, we go to the doctor. Why? Headache is for the body. We are completely different from the body. But we are identifying ourselves with the body.
Okay. And the other thing was that, as you said, that the consciousness is like a sky.
Yeah.
Like the sky is basically space, because everything is
No, not like it. That comparison you don't see in that way. That is a one-sided comparison. That which Swami Vivekananda says is to show that clouds come and go, but there is no change in the sky. Hundreds of clouds can come and go. The sky is not affected. Similarly, hundreds and thousands of change can be in Prakriti, but the Purusha is not affected.
okay.
To show that,
That's how it is, yeah.
to show that, Swamiji has given this example.
Oh, thank you, Swamiji.
Yeah, thank you.
A nice song, but there was a little bit disturbance in the song. So it was not very clear to us, but I was really looking forward to it because it was like you are taking us to Dakshineshwar temple.
Yeah, you can hear it in YouTube. That will be very nice.
Thank you so much.